My name's Adam Rentschler. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Valid Evaluation. I'm a serial entrepreneur and I've been at this for 23 years. Valid Evaluation is the world's first evidence-based assessment platform for entrepreneurs' strategies for agencies that give away grants or make investments in entrepreneurs. Throughout our history, we've had a lot of external software development partners, and in fact, we came to Ingenious as our 7th different external development partner. And you don't get to 7 because things went well with the first 6. So I'd like to share with you a few of the details of our misadventures with some of those previous development partners in the past, because I think some of those stories are going to help you as somebody that might be considering working with Ingenious. One of those development agencies from our past was a shop up in Boulder that came to us with a really good reputation. And it turned out that after 6 months of working with them and after spending $140,000, we didn't have a single usable line of code to show for our efforts. So suffice it to say, it was an enormously stressful situation. We're on the brink of insolvency, and as the CEO of the company, I felt like I was going to throw up about every 5 minutes. A couple of development partnerships later, we decided that we would try our hand at going offshore. We found a shop that had management here in Denver and dev talent out in the Philippines, and from a technology stack point of view, all of that felt like it was going to work great. However, the fact that they were located in the Philippines meant that there was a 13-hour time difference between Denver and the devs that were actually doing the work. That created a huge problem. And it was exacerbated by the fact that this particular shop was not very good at communicating. That really became a problem. So we began looking for another partner, and being a resource-constrained, bootstrap-funded startup, we realized that we couldn't do everything all at once. And so what we decided to do was to rebuild the front end of our product first. I had met Gabriel probably about 18 months ago on one of his trips to Denver, and was very intrigued with Ingenious' approach. So our first engagement with Ingenious was to rebuild the front end of our product in React. Unfortunately, our back end was so brittle that it became clear pretty quickly that we weren't going to be able to use the new front end with the legacy code. At this point, it was clear that we needed to sign up for a much deeper engagement. And again, thought long and hard about who the partner should be to do that work. We had chosen to move from MySQL to a cutting-edge technology called Neo4j. As promising as this database is, there aren't a lot of developers that understand how to work with it. Ingenious was willing to take on the challenge and to learn beside us as we figured out how to migrate from a very traditional data store in MySQL onto Neo4j. Working with Ingenious has been fantastic from the beginning. Not only do they have the technical skills that we need, but we've also learned the hard way just how important communication is. And Ingenious has really nailed that. There are 2 components to that that are super important. The first is time zone. Most of the year, Uruguay is only 3 hours ahead of Denver, which means that a lot of our work days overlap. So when issues come up, they can be addressed in real time. They have an outstanding project management lead who is our main point of contact, and having that aspect of the project professionally managed and done really well has made a night and day difference for us. And the Ingenious team's expertise and experience were so deep, we really felt like we were getting the very best advice possible as to which direction to take. So 15 months ago, when we were making the technology stack decision about the front end, I really felt beautifully supported by Ingenious. We wound up settling on React, and the process was so open and so honest that I really came away with a great deal of confidence that that was indeed the right choice for our company. What sets Ingenious apart is the continuity of the team that we've had since we began working with them, and that's made a big difference. Everybody watching this video probably has a pretty good idea of what software development is like. The process is never linear. There are always bumps in the road. And so really the biggest question that you ask is, well, what's it like to work with a development partner when you hit one of those inevitable obstacles? Having been through so many development partners, the issue of trust is a really big one for me at this point. And never once have I felt that all of the investment of time and money that we're making in this project was ever at risk. And that to me is the most remarkable thing about working with Ingenious. I know that they're invested in our success as a partner, and that means everything to me. Every time there was an issue, they beat me to the punch in surfacing that issue and letting me know as the CEO of Valid Evaluation that they anticipated that a problem might arise. And not only were they there raising their hand and saying, hey, we might have an issue here, things might be slipping, there might be a delay, but they also had a solution. And we couldn't be more excited about continuing our partnership with Ingenious to realize all of the future plans that we have for our company and for all of our end users with Ingenious' help. Six years ago, when we founded Valid Evaluation, like a lot of entrepreneurs, we had a vision of changing the world. Pretty quickly after founding the company, technology started to get in the way. Working with Ingenious, we're now finally in a position to actually see the change that we dreamt of 6 years ago come to fruition. And it's with their hard work and their technologists that we're going to be able to realize this. The thing that I've learned the hard way is that the most important factor is, will that development shop truly be my partner? And in Ingenious, we feel like we truly have found a partner, somebody that has our best interest at heart, somebody that's invested in the project, a team with whom I enjoy spending time. And for those reasons, Ingenious is our partner now and will be for a long time into the future.